Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Trump's just dumpster fire of a day. A lot of this is information that he already knew, but it is now being covered. It's out in the public sphere. And when it comes to Trump, that's generally what he cares about. At least that's what we see the reactions to. Where to start? Let's start with Truth Social. Truth Social is not on the Google Play Store because Google says there is a lack of content moderation when it comes to extreme content. The former president does not do a lot to curtail this impression when he wakes up and starts reposting a bunch of Q people. This eliminates, like half of the smartphone market when it comes to the app that is already in financial trouble. This news breaking is really bad for the company. This may be the thing that really does send it just down. Because it is unlikely that the company is going to introduce content moderation policies that are going to matter, that will meet Google's guidelines, because they would also apply to Trump. And Trump doesn't stay within them. That's why he's not on other social media platforms. I feel like there were people who said that this would happen. Okay, now, the big news, though, that's not even the big worry. The big news is that the Republican Party, they're not paying the legal fees for that little caper down there at his club. The Republican Party's been footing the bill for pretty much all of Trump's legal issues. They've been paying the lawyers for those people who have been wondering, why are these lawyers getting paid when historically there have been glitches in people who work for Trump getting paid. It's because the Republican Party is paying for them. That's not the case with the incident down there at his club. That is what is being reported. The reporting suggests that the Republican Party has basically said you're on your own when it comes to the investigation dealing with classified documents. Now, there's a lot that can be read into that. And you're free to make whatever speculation you would like. There is definitely some that I will make in private. Aside from that, it's important to remember one thing. This money that the Republican Party has been using to pay these legal bills, it's also money they've been using to keep a leash on Trump. It's reported that when he was leaving D.C., he was on the phone with the party, and basically the promise of paying these legal bills, this is what kept him in line. It's what stopped him from starting a third party. It's what is currently stopping him from announcing before the midterms. There may be the possibility that without this funding for this particular case, that Trump sees it as a betrayal and just goes all in. We've talked about the possibility of the MAGA faithful breaking away from the Republican Party. Trump himself leading that charge, he could do it. He could do it, and it would be far more effective and a much larger party if he did it, especially if he timed that with an announcement as far as him running for president. So today's events, at least the events that became public today, the reporting that became public today, they're probably going to shape things in the future. And we need to remember, as we watch Trump's actions from this point, that in some ways he's kind of off the leash of the Republican Party. Sure, they have they still are going to be paying the legal bills for all of the other cases. But to Trump, I'm sure the one in which his home was searched is probably the most important. And Trump might see that as a huge betrayal. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.